Turns out, new RV, we needed a lot of new things with some good basement storage, bins, drawers, organizing. There's 32 wheels. For us, we just have the motorhome right now, but we are going to get 4 more sensors. That it has these little alligator clips to put on your batteries if you don't want to hardwire into something. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Why Wait, I'm Chris, and today we wanted to talk about outfitting a new RV, specifically ours. Turns out, new RV, we needed a lot of new things because, well, we ended up selling a lot of the stuff with the old RV, with our Grand Design Solitude. So we needed some new things to replace it that went with that. And a lot of those are just basic things. Some are gonna be storage, some are gonna be safety upgrades, but we're just gonna go through them and just share what we had to get for us that we needed when we got the new RV. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, some of the first things that we realized we needed were some of the basics. And we're talking about, you know, sewer hoses, the sewer connections, water hoses, things like that, because again, we just sold a bunch of that with the old RV. So right off the get-go, we realized, hey, we got to go out and buy, you know, the Camco Slinky, you know, accordion sewer hose holder, the clear 90-degree elbows, and all of those connections that anybody's going to need when they get a new RV for the first time. Next up was some good basement storage, bins, drawers, organizing, anything, because I went ahead and shipped off my whole basic basement system with the Solitude and everything, all the bins and drawers that I had in that. So as soon as we got in here with all this basement room, I needed some way to organize it. Now, this came with this awesome pegboard, which you might have seen in a recent video, and I absolutely love that. It was a great idea for them to put that in there, and I recommended anybody who doesn't have a pegboard, it's a good item to, you know, mount somewhere in your basement. It makes things really convenient, easy to grab things. But we also needed some more stuff. So as you can see right here, we got these plastic, I'm not too sure what to call these plastic bins. They're stackable. I had these in my last RV. I always enjoyed them. They're great for basically holding all of my liquids and chemicals. I've always enjoyed them for that. It's easy to see everything in them. You can easily grab everything. I like the fact that they stack, and they just seem to hold everything going down the road really good. I don't need to worry about any of this stuff moving when it goes down the road. It all stays put right here. So we went ahead and got 2 of those. We also went out and got some extra milk crates. We already had 2 of these. I wanted 2 more. Milk crates are just great for putting propane tanks in when you're traveling. Really just good for holding anything, and it's easy to get things in and out of them. So I've always liked having some spare milk crates on hand, and you can get those on Amazon. You can also get them behind grocery stores. I didn't tell you that one, but we will have links to anything we talk about down in the video description today as well. But yeah, some milk crates are good. And then you can see right here, this is something new, and this is a Ryobi system here. And I mounted this on the wall in my basement. And this Ryobi system has all sorts of different attachments and hangers and shelving and containers that you can kind of fit, mold, move around to work with your basement. It's, you know, really made for garages and that kind of aspect, but I found that it works really nice down here. This is just a few things I got. I think I'm going to keep adding on to this system. You can simply just, you know, attach it to your wall, kind of move things around, and it really helps out with just organizing, holding power tools and anything like that. So it's kind of a new thing. I believe they have it on Amazon, but I actually found this at Home Depot. Next up, sticking with the outside theme here, I needed some new SNAPPADS. I wasn't going to take the SNAPPADS off my old RV. Besides, I heard they're really hard to get off, but we wanted some SNAPPADS on this. Having the big rubber, you know, SNAPPAD feet to protect our concrete pad here that we actually live on was important for us. So getting some SNAPPADS was a must for us. I always recommend those, and we also even, you know, recommend getting like SNAPPAD, some sort of blocks. We actually got rid of a bunch of the Lynx leveling blocks that we used to have. Those were okay. Some of them used to crack and things like that. But for a heavier RV like this one, I actually do prefer these SNAPPAD stackers right here, which can hold up to 50,000 pounds. So anytime we need to drive up on them or put something else under the legs of our jacks, I know I don't have to worry about the weight being an issue. Now let's talk about a little RV must-have. We mentioned this in a previous video, but since we're talking about outfitting the new RV, what do we need inside here? Number one thing we honestly needed was a new mattress, because the one that was in here was just awful, god awful. So Now, in the past, with the Grand Design Solitude we had upgraded to RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. We used that for a few years. We slept great on it. We absolutely loved it. In that one, we had their Aurora Luxe mattress with the cooling pillow topper, so that's exactly what we went with again in here. We had no problems reaching out to them again because getting a good night's quality sleep is super important to me. You guys know I work on tugboats. I'm gone 2 weeks at a time. I work the midnight shift. My sleep schedule is crazy. So when I come home, like having an awesome mattress that I can just pass out and actually get more than 4 hours of sleep on is super crucial for me. And that's why we went with Brooklyn Bedding again, because we had tried it out for years in the past and had always been happy with it. So we had no hesitations about working with them again to have this mattress installed here. So if you guys don't know, RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding is known for their top of the line in comfort and quality mattresses. And they ship free to anywhere in the US directly from their Arizona-based factory, which is great for any full-time RVers who are moving around. They even offer different heights, firmness, sizes, and they even have those strange like RV specific sizes that, you know, are hard to find. So it's really helpful for RVers when you're looking for those king size and bunk beds. And the great thing is, if you don't like the mattress or you don't pick the right one the first time, they offer a 120-night sleep trial, and they have a limited lifetime warranty as well. Guys, as RVers, you just can't go wrong by choosing RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, because I do think it's such a great solution for RVers. The way it's easily shipped, how awesome it is to get inside the RV, the different sizes that they offer and that are available to you. We've always been super happy to endorse them. So I want to thank RV Mattress for actually sponsoring this video. And please go visit rvmattress.com/whywait and use our code whywait to save 30% off your next order. Now inside the RV, we realized we needed a few items to kind of make living more comfortable and things like that. One of them was this awesome little armrest right here that holds coffee cups, plates, controllers, you name it, because with this couch, there really is no end tables. There's one little end table spot on the left side over here where you can put like a cup. But yeah, it's unlike your recliners that have cup holders and storage or, you know, some kind of end tables. We didn't have anything like that. So I found this really neat little item right here. It's on Amazon. It fits different size arms. You can pop this piece off here so you can have like a flat plate on there, or you can put it back on. It holds our coffee cups, our drinks, again, phones, controllers, and it just gives you that end table that you're missing. So if you guys have anything like that, definitely recommend this little item right here. It's pretty cool. And on the subject of the couch, all the ottomans that we had for storage and things like that, they're gone, so we needed a new one. This couch has no flip up, you know, footrest or anything like that, no recliners on this couch, so we needed somewhere to put the feet, and we always love extra storage, and that's where we found this little guy on Amazon, numerous colors. The cool thing about this one is it says it'll still support 600 pounds on it, but it also breaks down and you can actually fold it and put away. So if you just take a few modifications, you can actually fold it flat. If that's something that, you know, would help you out on storage day, that's kind of a neat option, which I've never seen before. And again, Amazon link to that down below if you want to check it out. Kind of a cool ottoman, just never seen one that really breaks down like that and, you know, can easily go under the bed if you needed to store it on travel day. Next, we realized that our fridge is not magnetic. Even though it's an absorption style, RV style fridge, just like we had in the Solitude, that one was magnetic, this one's not. And one thing we do is collect magnets as we travel down the road. So we wanted to keep displaying those. So we found these neat little magnetic boards on Amazon. They have different styles, different backgrounds, different looks to them, and different sizes. And the cool thing about it is it's also a dry erase board. So now we can display all of our magnets that we travel with. We can have important notes pinned up here with paper and magnets, or we can actually just write on it like we used to with a dry erase board. So that's a good option if you guys are looking for some way to display magnets, or you just need something like this. It's kind of cool. And another item which you can actually see attached to it is this magnetic Accurite thermostat. And this goes into the fridge and freezer of your RV. We needed a new one. We had some old thermostats in the fridge that are gone with the old RV. This one's great because it's wireless. You put a sensor in the freezer, you put a sensor in the fridge. It's always going to keep track of those temps, let you know what's going on. We find it pretty important because as you jam pack these RV style fridge, you go shopping, you put a bunch of stuff in there, the circulation's not as good with the airflow. I'll look up there and notice that my temperature is, not holding very good. So sometimes I'll just go ahead and turn the temp up a few degrees to get it cooled down faster. And if I come out the next morning and the temps are a little bit too low, I'll set it back to where it's at. It's just a good thing to always keep an eye on. It's gonna let you know if the flapper is stuck or something's just not working properly. So I always recommend having a thermostat in the fridge and freezer. And I know we talked about this in a recent video, but since it was sitting up right here, I just thought I'd mention it again. And we realized that we needed some new rugs. Rugs are pretty size specific, pretty specific to each RV. So the rugs that we used to have throughout the old RV were not gonna work for this one, so we had to get some new runners, some new rugs, entry rugs, step rugs, all kind of things like that. We actually found some of these right at Aldi. I don't know if all you Aldi fans out there, my wife loves to go down that one aisle that has all the little bonus, I call them junk items on it, but if you're an Aldi fan, you know what I'm talking about. If not, guys, go on Amazon and you can find so many rugs on there. And the great thing about rugs on Amazon is, you know, they're cheap and you can find the specific size, specific color, exact shape you need for the RV. And they're kind of, you know, 30, 40 bucks. So I don't feel too bad if I got to throw one away a year or two down the road after it just got trampled and doesn't look good anymore. So just a little tip right there that we've actually found really good success finding rugs that fit the RV on Amazon because there's so many possibilities of size and shape and colors. And now there's even a few items that we need to outfit the RV that we haven't gotten yet. One of those would be some sort of awning shade. I really want to get a shade when you put your awning out that usually goes in the track and you can kind of bring it down to the ground. You can, you know, tack it in so you kind of just create more privacy, create better shade. We don't have one of those yet. If you guys out there use one of these awning style shades, if you could, please comment down below. Let me know what you've been using. I know Camco has one, the company Carefree, who makes a lot of these awnings, they have one. Let me know what you've been using, how it's held up, what you recommend, if it's been good for you, because we definitely want to get one of those for this RV as well. So yeah, shoot me a comment down below. Let me know how one of those is working out for you if you guys have them. Another item that we need to get to outfit this RV that we don't have, and that's going to be the Max Air vent covers. We want to get some of those covers for the two vents up here because we've already run into numerous problems where it's been raining and we want the airflow, we're taking a shower, we want to pull the steam out because it's raining so good though, we can't open the vent because it's just getting wet inside. So that's on the list of things to get, you know, a little bit at a time, but we had those in the past, we always loved them, so we're gonna go ahead and get some of those Max Vent air covers for the two vents up here. Those things really just seem to be a must. I didn't realize how much we kind of miss them until we don't have them. Great for shade, reducing heat. Again, you can keep the vents open going down the road and you can keep them open when it's raining. So got to get a couple of those. I thought I'd come inside for this next item, and it's a really important one we always had since day one RVing. So we definitely need it for the new RV as well. And it's an item that I got rid of, again, with the Solitude and truck when we sold it. And that is some kind of tire pressure monitoring system. And this time around, we're going with the BT7 tire pressure monitoring system from Haloview. In the past, we had the TST tire pressure monitoring system with the Solitude. Did just fine, but I really like some features about this one a lot better versus that old system. And the one reason I really like this Haloview tire pressure monitoring system is the fact that it can all be connected with your backup camera and your dash camera. So you have one screen instead of numerous screens, and right on this screen, either on your dash cam screen or your backup screen, you can actually see the tire pressure and the heat on the tires. So you don't have to switch between different cameras, have different, you know, we have enough screens already when we're driving these things around. So the fact that it can combine all of these down into one unit, one display unit, so that I can look at my backup screen, my dash cam, and my tire pressure monitoring systems all in one is just really a game changer to me. Now, I have used Haloview in the past. I had their backup camera on my Solitude. And if you guys want to go check out the older video of mine where we installed the Haloview backup camera and we show how that screen works in the truck, that's a great system. Go check that out because that's good for older trucks if you don't have, say, like Apple CarPlay and things like that. But I wanted to go with something different here because we already have a really good backup camera on this Class A motorhome here, but we didn't have a dash cam. So what's cool about, again, with Haloview is I was able to take one of their dash cameras and you can make it work with the tire pressure monitor screen. And that's what I have going on right over here. As you guys can see, the quality of the video is actually outstanding. And in the upper right-hand corner, I can watch my tires as it cycles through each one, showing me the settings on each one, or you can simply just tap right here and it goes right back over to nothing but the tire view. So you can, if you just want to go ahead and read them all at once. And I really like that feature. And again, this supports 4 different cameras. So if you do use your backup camera, you can have that as well, and you can cycle between all of them. The sensors that go onto the valve stems are super easy to program. They have an auto learn. You just go down, you screw it on, you tap right here, you hit auto learn, and it's going to grab that sensor. If for some reason it doesn't work, you could just manually put in the number, and it's just as easy as that. I'll say one thing that I wish they had. I wish they did have the flow-through sensors. We had that previously, so that you don't have to take the sensor off to put air into the tire. You could just unscrew the valve cap on the tire pressure monitor sensor and put the air right through there. But it's really not that big of a deal. I don't think it's a deal breaker to go ahead and just, take the sensor off itself. You're gonna have to unscrew a valve cap stem or the sensor either way to put air into it, so it's really not that big of a deal. And they seem to hold up really well. There's a lot of distance here, but we do have the boosters. It comes with 2 boosters, and we have both of those installed. They kind of have recommendations depending on what kind of unit you're towing with, where to install those. It has 3M tape on the back of it, so you can sort of stick it anywhere. That's up to you if you want to use the 3M tape or not. It is outdoors and it may not hold that well, but they have some mounts where you can drill into the frame or drill somewhere to hold it, or you can just simply zip tie it to something to hold it up in there as well. And I do like the feature that it has these little alligator clips to put on your batteries if you don't want to hardwire into something, but you can also do that. You can easily find a 12-volt source and just tap into it and connect them that way as well. But they try to make it pretty easy to set up. For us right now, I just simply use the alligator clips on our house batteries, and I also use the alligator clips for the second booster back on our chassis batteries. And they seem to be holding on there fine. We've taken a few trips rumbling down the road. They haven't come off. So I was a little skeptical about that, but they seem to hold pretty well. And it was just an easier way to attach those boosters. This system will support numerous sensors, I believe up to like 32 sensors, 32 wheels. For us, we just have the motorhome right now, but we are going to get 4 more sensors for the Jeep. That way, if you have a towed and you're towing behind like we are, you can still monitor those tires on your Jeep or your tow vehicle back behind your Class A as well. And obviously for those with trucks and fifth wheels, you can do the whole system as well. You can get these for your truck and your trailer, and with the booster, you shouldn't have any kind of problem acquiring the signal for a good bit of distance. And one last feature I will talk about is the mounting bracket for this screen. They send you 2 different types. Both of them seem very nice. It's the suction cup style, or basically the 3M tape that sticks to the dash, and it seems to hold up really well. I would recommend always using a 3M tape primer before you ever use 3M tape if you really want it to hold well. That stuff is super awesome. But I love the way that the bracket mounts to the back of the screen. It's just very tight. It doesn't move at all going down the road. It's not bouncy. It's kind of a new style, and you can see it back here, how it slides in there and you tighten it down. It just seems to hold really well and gives you a lot of different options on how you want it to face and move it around with the articulating arm and things like that. It's been really good going down the road. It does not move or vibrate at all. Love it. Again, if you guys are interested in the Haloview products, we'll have a link down below where you can go check everything out, and as well as to a link to the video where we previously had a different part of their system with a observation/backup camera and a different monitor unit, both which I really like. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for, so go check out both of those. Some really good stuff. Always been happy with their products. Guys, that's pretty much going to do it from here. I hope you guys consider subscribing to the channel, and as always, we will catch you guys next week.